Beyond the known world, a river coils through rainforest like a thought that never ends. They call it Moon Bend, a place where sound lingers longer than wind, where water repeats every word it has ever heard. At dawn, fog sleeps on its surface. Birds cry from invisible perches, their echoes bending around trunks blackened by centuries of rain. From above, the river looks still, but beneath that calm, millions of vibrations hum together, a library made of motion. A small canoe slides through vapor. Each paddle stroke folds mist and memory into one rhythm. The traveler listens. The air smells of metal and fruit and history. Every droplet glows faintly, alive with secrets. The jungle breathes in syllables: frog, wind, leaf, thunder, ancestor. Somewhere behind, the ceiba of roots watches, its branches older than language itself. At its base, a village of mirrored huts leans toward the current as if toward a heartbeat. Inside one hut, a scientist lowers a hydrophone into the water. Static fills her headphones, then pulse, then melody. The river is speaking, not in words, but in memory of words. Her data scrolls in luminous spirals. Each peak carries a fragment of voice long dissolved. Night falls like a slow exhale. Lanterns float downriver, their reflections doubling the stars. Children whisper the names of ancestors into cupped hands and release them. The surface absorbs every sound, holding it like breath held too long. The first storm arrives without thunder. Wind slides through vines, rain drips in vertical threads. Lightning reveals faces painted with blue clay, gathered in silence. They believe the river remembers not only the dead, but every promise ever broken. Underwater, plankton bloom in streaks of green fire, writing unseen alphabets that flow for miles. Cameras can't follow, only light can. When the rain stops, steam rises, curling back into the clouds that made it. The sky and the river trade places again. By morning, the world seems washed of time. A red-striped canoe drifts through flooded roots. Fish weave between them like thoughts avoiding conclusion. The traveler keeps filming, but the lens fogs. Humidity turns glass into skin. At noon, the air thickens until breathing feels like drinking. Every leaf sweats light. The ceiba trembles, scattering droplets that fall as tiny rainbows. The scientist marks coordinates, the elder prays. Their languages meet halfway and bow. When dusk comes, color drains from bark and sky until only sound remains. Crickets rehearse infinity. Fireflies spark above the current, brief memories of lost suns. The river begins to glow from within. Night opens like a pupil. A single lantern drifts between reflections of moon and lightning, turning ripples into veins of silver. Beneath, plankton pulse with the same rhythm as the human heart. Every pattern hides a pronoun. Inside the research hut, graphs flutter in blue light. Numbers slide into shapes too regular to be random, symmetrical, breathing. The scientist leans closer. Her pulse matches the data. Outside, thunder mutters approval. The elder hums an old song on the pier. The pitch spreads across the water as light, a resonance written directly into motion. Two voices, one human, one river, meet in harmonics. Isolation dissolves, everything echoes everything else. Fog thickens. Visibility surrenders first. Only the buoy's green blink remains, a heartbeat. Inside the hut, a firefly circles the hydrophone cable and lands, its abdomen flashing in rhythm with the current. Even the smallest lives know the code. Beneath the surface, plankton flash in waves, imitating the recorded hum. Sound becomes light. Light becomes memory. The canoe drifts untethered through silver fog. No hands steer. Memory rose on its own. Reflections fracture, reform, and finally hold still. The scientist wakes to whispers in her headset. Layered voices of past storms, past breaths, past silences. Between dream and data, translation begins. On her screen, the waveform becomes a map of the river itself. Each pulse a tributary, each silence a mouth. The line becomes light through jungle. Fog thins, the horizon bruises purple. A dewdrop slides from vine to water. When it touches, the entire bend shivers. Rings expanding beyond sight, striking roots, stones, memory. The river remembers collectively. They follow it into the cave of echoes. Walls glisten with ancient carvings, spirals, faces, fish, stars. Moisture trickles over them like breath. The symbols begin to glow, awakened by human presence. Science kneels beside story and calls it data. Torchlight reveals that the first maps were not of land, but of belonging. Here, every spiral ends where another begins. The ceiling pulses faint turquoise, the heartbeat of the planet. Outside, fog lifts. Indigo bleeds into gold. The river gleams anew, smoke of dew rising. Every myth ends with morning. It just takes the night to understand it. The water exhales, remembering all it carried through darkness. Morning again, softer this time. Steam veils the surface. Light seeps through leaves like liquid glass. The canoe moves slowly, red stripe fading in reflection. They row without direction, trusting the pull. In the hut, daylight cuts through bamboo in narrow blades. Dust and mist sparkle together. The scientist pours her glowing sample into a dish. It fades under sun. Light humbles light. Outside, the jungle steams like an exorcised dream. A paper boat returns. Edges blurred, names smudged. The elder smiles and lets it go. Even decay is a kind of scripture. Children gather around the projector. Waveforms ripple on their faces. Data sings. They see the river's voice printed in light. No one doubts it. Knowledge has finally caught up to belief. As the sun sets again, mirrors glitter along the shore. Villagers angle them toward the sky, sending hundreds of tiny suns back into the current. The river fills with light fragments, gratitude made visible. For the first time, reflection shines brighter than the source. Night returns, but it is gentle now. The hydrophone blinks steadily. Silence hums with presence. Inside, a candle bends in wind beside a jar of river water. Two flames breathe together, one of wax, one of current. Mist slides through the open door. The scientist steps outside. The air tastes of salt and soil and forgiveness. Even darkness here feels like listening. At dawn, the elder walks barefoot along the bank. Her prints fill with water, and within each, a reflection blooms. Sky trapped in footprint. Names fade quickest when clung to, longest when released. The seba glows with dew. Roots pulse with hidden light. Even the ground remembers warmth. From above, Moonben gleams bronze against green. The river curls like handwriting across the skin of the world. Fish shimmer beneath, weaving silver commas through the sentence. Movement here is how memory breathes. The canoe floats mid-current, unmanned, turning slowly. Distance dissolves. Everything becomes reflection. Clouds drift apart. From orbit, the river is a single shining vein, carrying the memory of rain through the planet's heart. Then, as all stories must, we return. Down through atmosphere and mist, back to water, back to sound, back to silence. A droplet falls, forming ripples that spread without end. One new name joins the chorus. The forest flares gold. Mist ignites. The canoe glides away, shrinking to a moving spark. The elder lifts her hand. The scientist writes her final line. The river never forgets. It only waits for us to remember we were part of its flow. Light expands, swallowing every edge. Water becomes brightness, brightness becomes breath. From space, the rainforest gleams like an opened eye. The current glitters in perfect stillness, yet keeps moving beneath sight. The world turns, the river speaks, and somewhere between them, life endures. Not beginning, not ending, only remembering.